Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing great. I just want to show you an N8N automation that I made that I find really helpful when it comes to reaching out to clients, reaching out to potential customers, potential partners. This is a really powerful workflow. And if you haven't heard of N8N before, I'll give you a quick overview of what it is. It's basically a workflow builder. So you can use AI, you can use regular hard-coded logic, but it gives you a visual editor where you can come in and actually build out your workflows. And there's visual connectors to all of your integrations. So Slack, Postgres, Jira, all of these tools. And there are so many tools, like any major tech tool you can think of, it's probably on N8N. And it's open source as well. So very cost effective and people are using it all the time. There's a huge amount of stars. And they also recently raised a major fundraise. So 5 days ago, they raised 180 million. So they're definitely growing very fast. And I'll show you exactly what I built. So it's called the postreachout.vercel.app. I didn't buy the domain, but essentially what you do is if you want to reach out to someone on LinkedIn, it's probably best to read some of the previous posts that they posted before so you can kind of personalize and see what they're up to. So I kind of have my dummy account here and I'm going to actually search myself up. This is my real account. And I'm going to go to find my most recent post. So I'm just going to go to this post here and I'm going to copy the contents of the post as well as the post content. So I'll copy the post URL and I'll copy the post content and I'll show you exactly what's happening under the hood. But what it's basically going to do is it's going to create a personalized message to send to this person based on what they said. And it also saves everything to Notion. If I click on the link, it will take me right to Notion and it will say, okay, what is the post? What is the company? What is the hashtags? What is the main topic? What's the outreach message? And then all I got to do is come in here, copy to clipboard and come in here and message myself. I've been messaging myself a lot, but there you go. Boom. Send that, and it's very good. Congratulations on your new role at KPMG and the opportunity to share your experience in incoming class. I'd love to hear more about your transition and how you navigate the AI landscape. Let's connect and chat about our mutual passion for innovation. So this is really effective. It just saves a lot of time if you're especially going to do this hundreds of times and you have some kind of email list. So a lot more of this can be automated. But just for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to give you an overview of what it looks like. So this is what I started with, and this was just getting way too over the top, but this is the one that's actually working. So the first thing is a webhook, and a webhook is basically something listening for an event on the internet. So if you see here, this is actually what happened. This is sending the notification, the webhook, so to speak, for here. And so once that is sent, the information is coming in here. It's being parsed with AI. So what you see here is this LinkedIn post is just one blob of text. But what the AI was able to do, and you'll see I pinned the response. Pinning just means you keep the response. Message, role, content, and everything is being parsed into JSON. So it's not just a blob of text, it's actually readable and you can work with it. The next thing I did was parse the AI response. This is the response from the AI. And then I just use this code here. I'll actually share this whole workflow, but I'll also put this in the comments that parses it exactly into like this table format. And it's very well structured for future tasks in the pipeline for the agent. The next thing is adding metadata. So you can see here, it's getting the parsed AI data, the original webhook data, and combining everything. So you're taking both steps of this workflow and putting it into this one massive JSON object. The next thing is actually generating the message. So this is the prompt. I'm also going to put it in the chat, but you're a LinkedIn outreach expert based on the following information about a LinkedIn post, right? Personalized, genuine connection to request. So author, JSON name. If you see here, my name, Robert Mill, you just literally drag and drop it in there. And then it will use this exact item that's passed. Title, company's cool topic, sentiment, etc. Full content. So this is the full post content. Then with warm, authentic message, reference something from the post, show genuine interest. So this is all, if you were to do this yourself, this would take like 10 minutes, but doing this is just like one click. The next step I added was extract and combine. So now you've taken all that parsed data, all the metadata, the AI response, and you're compacting it all into, oh, actually, let's do it right now because I seem to have not pinned this step here. So this is the extract and combine, and you're now taking all of the executed information from the generated message, and you're putting it all together in a nice format for the Notion to be saved. Now, if you can see here, this is actually what's going to be saved to Notion. And if I go over to Notion here and I go back to the messages, you'll see, I've done this a ton of times, But all of this is automatically being saved. So you, from one post, you get all this metadata from the user. And then maybe you can have someone on your team come in, boom, 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 just check off, did you message them? And then this could be one step of your outreach pipeline. It's just so powerful things you can do with N8N. I'll give you a little bit of like the background into how I built this. I used a Claude desktop app, and I basically put in all of the files here. Oh wait, let me go to my projects. N8N LinkedIn automation, here we go. And I just worked through it. Like I just said like, hey, I'm trying to build this N8N workflow. This is what I'm trying to do. And just working back and forth, copy and pasting, copy and pasting. One really neat thing about N8N is you can actually copy the code here. If it's a JSON code, you can copy it. It's kind of hard to find, but let me just go command-F.json. So, oh no, not resolve.json. It's going to be the N8N workflow. That's okay. I can't find it right now, but it's in my GitHub. So I'll just go to GitHub and I'll show you what this workflow looks like. We'll go here, we'll go LinkedIn form. And if you go to the JSON N8N workflow, you can I mean, this might be super obvious, like people know this, but I found this super cool. You can just paste and boom, you got the whole workflow. And it goes the same way around. So if you want to just cut it out, and then if you want to go back to your code and you paste it, it will paste as this. So N8N workflows actually just look like JSON, like this. So that's just so helpful in terms of passing it on to the AI and having the AI read it. And I think the AIs are going to get better and better at reading the JSON. So definitely try out N8N. If you're interested and have any questions, happy to chat about it. But that's the workflow I built. And one more thing I just want to say is in terms of this front end that I built, I just asked Claude Desktop to build it in a single HTML page. And what happens is when you build an HTML page, you can then, so this is what the HTML page looks like. If you click it, literally it brings up the HTML page right away. So that's another hack as well. And then everything is hosted on Vercel. So you just go on Vercel, you connect your GitHub repository, and it will be live like that. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, please reach out and have a great day.